Hello, my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we did a lot. We basically obtained the Zora Flippers, which allowed us to make it here to the second dungeon of this game. We also rented this weird helicopter-looking thing from Ravio, who is now running an underground shop of stolen items. My guess it's stolen because he's a really sketchy dude. So now we are finally here in the House of Gales, and it is time to begin the second dungeon. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. I think this is a very fun dungeon. I do remember a little bit of it. You know, recap for you guys. I have played through this game before. I've beaten it one time. Now, I haven't 100%ed it, but I have beat it. And I am pretty good at Zelda games. You know, I'm pretty good at doing dungeons and those sorts of things. So I don't have too much trouble with them. So we'll see how this goes. I think I'll be okay. I don't remember, you know, some of the parts later on. But thankfully enough, at least the beginning of these dungeons aren't anything too crazy. At least starting off, they're pretty simple, they're pretty basic, and it's not until the later ones, you know, once we finish the original 3, that they're going to be getting a little bit tougher. Hope you guys are enjoying your week. My week's been going okay. You know, I'm finally moved in, been relaxing, finally getting back to playing some Zelda and getting some games going. Honestly, I've missed, you know, playing Zelda. I actually have a Wii U now, so one of the things that I've been doing recently is playing Wind Waker HD. You know, Wind Waker, when it first came out, I was one of those people who was a little skeptical about it. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really like the way, like, it looks. Like, I was one of those people. But, you know, now that I'm playing it through, I think I've only played it through like once or twice, actually. I haven't played it that much, not as much as I've played other Zelda games. But now that I'm playing it through in HD, it's, you know, it's pretty fun actually getting to go through it like that and just explore things again. And playing it, you know, on a different console makes it such a different experience. And it's actually kind of cool. You know, it actually makes it a little bit of fun. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. I'm waiting for my internet to get freaking set up. Hopefully they'll come soon and get me hooked up. I miss playing League of Legends. You know, I got the Gold 5 finally. I know some of you guys actually watch me stream it. I streamed it, finally got the Gold 5, and I haven't really done much since. I just haven't had the time to play as much as I want to, you know? There were days when I would play League like non-stop 12 hours straight. You know, that's how obsessive that game is. And nowadays, I haven't really been playing it, so I feel like I'm kind of out of my groove. Hopefully, I'll be able to get back into it. Hopefully, I'll be able to, like, mix things up a little bit and, you know, hopefully don't forget the skills. It's like riding a bicycle, you know, some things you don't forget, and I'd like to hope, you know, these sorts of things you don't forget, even though things are always changing. I was watching, I don't know if you guys watched the LCS, which is the League Championship Series. It's basically like where teams of 5 compete. There's like 8 teams, and they compete in League to be the best, or whatever it is, to make it to Worlds, which then you take on, like, you know, the Chinese team, the Korean team, the Taiwanese teams, all those different sorts of teams. It's kind of cool. It's the North American version. And I was just watching them, and it's like, it really looks like fun to have, like, 4 friends alongside you, and you guys are just playing on a team, you know, taking on other teams. It must be a blast for those guys to do that. I also imagine, though, that it must be a little bit tough and probably frustrating, the amount of work you have to put in. I imagine that at that point, it must be like so much practice to get really good at that game and to, you know, stay on that level. I wonder if they ever get tired of playing that game. You know, I've always thought about that. There's pros that play like Super Smash Bros. Melee and League of Legends and Dota and those sorts of things. And I've just wondered, like, do these guys get tired of playing the same game almost religiously to a point? Because, like, that's their job. You know, playing these games are their job pretty much. It's kind of weird. Like, these guys probably, like, sit down and play League of Legends like 12 hours a day, and I just think, like, it must be stressful on them, right? Playing the same game over and over. It must be kind of weird. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to, like, talk to one of them and figure out, like, how it feels to them, because you never know. Like, or maybe they just love it so much that, like, they just have a blast with it. And it's like, hey, they're playing games and just, you know, enjoying life. I think that's what it must be. Also, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what's going on in the dungeon. I'm a little bit confused here, kind of trying to figure out what it is. I usually do a pretty good job of figuring out what it is. I just noticed that we had to hit this switch over here. Took a little bit longer than I expected. Sometimes I have blonde moments, especially when I go off in little tangents and, you know, kind of just go and start thinking things. It's kind of crazy, you know. It's actually raining outside. I don't know, you guys probably can't hear it, but it was just raining a little bit ago, and I love the rain. You know, it's one of those things that remind me of when I was a kid. You know, one of the fondest memories I have of rain, I know you guys might think this is weird, but one of the fondest memories I have is actually when I was a kid in El Salvador. I used to come home, and if it was raining, like, I'd run upstairs, and, like, we had this, like, nice little balcony thing, so, like, the upstairs was kind of outside, to explain it. And then I would always look out the window, And I'd be like, oh, like, this is really, really nice. And I would just look out the window, and one of the things I always ate was chocolate frosted flakes. Now, I don't think they actually have chocolate frosted flakes here anymore. I really don't think so. I don't think they make them. I think it was kind of like a Latin America type thing. And that's just one of the memories I always have from the rain. Like, it was raining outside. It's nice. It's cozy. It's a little dark out. I'm just eating my chocolate frosted flakes and just, like, watching, like, Dragon Ball Z or something, you know? That's the life. I miss those times as a kid. It's those times that really make me think, like, dang, I miss when life was a little simpler. I miss when there wasn't as many things to stress about or responsibilities. You know, if you're a kid right now and you're young and, you know, you're still with your parents and, you know, you're enjoying life and playing games and, like, that's pretty much it. Enjoy it. Honestly, make the most of it. Do not grow up. Like, do not feel like you have to grow up. Take your time. Just enjoy it for what it is. And honestly, life is not going to get much better than when you're, like, 7 years old, eating chocolate frosted flakes, watching Dragon Ball Z, and it's raining out. Those are the moments you have to cherish. Just some fun facts for you. If I could go back and be a kid again, I honestly think I would. I think that a part of me would go back and be a kid again. And I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to go through everything that I've gone through as of now. I really don't think I would because I've been through so much in my life. But I do think that I would like to experience, you know, certain things that I did experience as a kid. You know, the innocence of it and those sorts of things. Like, kind of like going back and... One thing, like, I've always thought about, if I had the chance to go back as a kid, I'd want to be able to play through the games that I love for the first time again. One of those games being Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, you know, those sorts of games. Games that, like, really shaped my childhood, I would like to say, who shaped me kind of in a way to who I am now. What I would give to just forget them, right? To only know that it's a good game and that I enjoyed it the first time I played through it, but to forget them and to play through them again. What I would give for that, you know? The first time I ever played Ocarina of Time was a summer I was spending in El Salvador with my cousin Jerry. You know, he had it, we restarted a file, and we beat it together. One of the fondest memories. I remember we would go in the afternoon to swimming classes. You know, we would go swimming and just take lessons and stuff, and then, like, you know, we'd talk about it there with friends and stuff, because it was, like, the popular game back in the day, you know? And then, you know, people would tell us little tips and tricks, and we'd go back and we'd use it, and we'd beat another dungeon. And then, you know, that's kind of what we did that summer. We progressed through that game, and I think we kind of bonded over it. It was kind of like a nice little experience, and it was just nice having the chance to do that with my cousin, to explore the game for the first time, to figure everything out without a guide. And you have no idea what I would give for some of those moments back. You know, to just be able to experience that again. Moments of just pure happiness, where life is simple, life is good, there's no stress, and that's what it's all about. And I remember, actually, after we beat Ocarina of Time, I had another cousin of ours come by with, like, this golden cartridge. And I was like, what is this golden cartridge? What is this thing you have, dude? Like, no idea. Pop it in. And I was like, Zelda? I was like, there's more than one Zelda? I thought Ocarina of Time was the only Zelda at the time. I had no idea. And I was like, oh, there's another Zelda, Majora's Mask. And I remember, like, seeing my cousins play it, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was like, this is so different than Ocarina of Time. And it just blew my mind. I still remember that feeling. You know, we ran upstairs, we played it. Our family was actually downstairs, like, having a dinner, and, like, they were eating pupusas, which is, like, one of my favorite foods. And I just remember we were playing it. It was just such a happy moment. And man, what I would give to have some of those memories back, or to have some of those moments back. I think that's what life is all about. So just for you guys who are a little bit younger out there, you know, enjoy what you have. It's really those moments. Like, you may think right now, like, it's great to grow up, you get to drive, whatever, but honestly, it's the moments you're having right now that are really gonna, like, shape you into the person that you are, and you're just gonna enjoy it. You're just gonna, like, look back on those years and be like, man, those were the days, you know. And it's something that I guess always clicks back to me, you know. If I could have stayed a kid a little bit longer, I really do think I would have stayed a kid, just because of, you know, the fun memories I have. You know, it wasn't all great, I gotta admit that. You know, growing up wasn't all great, but it's the little memories, I think, that you always look back on. I've thought about that a lot lately in life. I've been going through a lot, as you guys may know, and I've realized that, you know, we go through a lot in life as people. We go through a ton in life as people, and, you know, there's good, and then there's bad. And in the moment that you're going through bad things, that's all you can think about, you know. If you're like me, you get anxiety over it, and you're like, holy crap, and it's your only thought, you know. And what I've realized is, with time, you know, what happens is that you don't remember the bad, you remember the good. So if you guys are going through a hard time right now, and, you know, you're going through a really hard time in life and those sorts of things, I just want you to let you guys know, like, it gets better. You know, with time, things do get better, and eventually you won't remember all the bad you've gone through. I had a lot of bad in my childhood, and guess what? I don't remember all the bad. I remember the good little dumb moments like that, you know? And if you're going through a hard time right now, because I know a lot of us go through difficult times, I just want to tell you, you know, things get better. Keep your chin up. I'm almost telling that to myself too, because I've been going through a hard time, but just keep your chin up, all right? Like, things definitely do get better, and if you just keep trying, eventually you will only remember the good. You know, the bad isn't worth it. The bad, I feel like as human beings, like, we don't dwell on the bad. We just move on from it because we do experience, you know, so much more good, and I think that's what it should be. Focus on the good, and, you know, you will be okay. Just focus on the good. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It makes life much easier. That's something that I've personally tried to do. You know, I'm always trying to grow and you know, expand myself and just become a better person. And one of the things that I've learned is, like, you got to keep thinking positive. It's really hard at times. You know, I've had a lot of rough times lately, like a lot of rough things. Just things have been difficult lately, and I'm just trying to focus on the positive. It's a little more difficult than you would think, but if you do it, I think in the end, you know, it does make you feel better. And, you know, you do feel better about things. And I hope that, you know, maybe just me telling you this helps you guys out. And I hope that, you know, maybe you'll get a little help and maybe it'll keep you going, you know, kind of like it keeps me going. I've had a lot of friends and family kind of, you know, been there for me, and it's great. You know, another thing that changes over time is, you know, people. I've realized that, you know, I've had people in my life who I really, you know, had bad moments with. But if you forgive and these people truly change, you know, I think forgiveness is a big thing. I've learned that. You know, I know I've been forgiven a few times and those sorts of things, and it's good. You know, if a person tries to change or really tries to make a difference, then, you know, I think it's a good thing. Now, as you can see, I'm actually pretty stuck right now. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. That sometimes happens to me, especially when I'm going on rambles. But heck, I'm going to try to figure out what it is I need to do here before we... Okay, I'm at a dead end. Huh, all right. What do we do here? How do I get out of this place? I don't see an exit. Wait a second. Hang on. What if I go... Nope, that's not gonna work. Well, here I'm gonna bump into the fans. No, wait. Yeah, wait. No, this isn't right. Hang on, maybe this top wall. That's what it is. I ran into the fans at the top. I got a little confused there for a second. This game gets me a little confused and gets me off track sometimes. You know, I just tend to ramble and go off things and just kind of lose my head. Now I just need to figure out where exactly the heck I'm going here. Hang on. Okay, so we took down the fan things. What? There's a fan over here, though. Okay, this is where we need to go. This is it. There we have it, guys. See, sometimes, even the darkest of times, there's light. Like, one of my favorite quotes is from Ocarina of Time. I don't remember how it goes exactly, not to the dot. But it's like Sheik talking to Link. And it's like, I don't remember what it was, but it was like something about, like, eventually all that remains is the memory of younger days. And isn't that the truth? The memory of younger days is what we remember later in life. So just enjoy it, you know, make the most of it. Now, if you guys have some good memories, I would actually like to hear it. You know, I love to hear where other people come from and the way they see things. If you guys have a memory, you know, I'm talking one of those memories that just clicks from your childhood. You know, one of your happy moments. One of those go-to moments where you're just like, at that very moment, I was happy. No matter what happens, no matter what I'm going through. When I have one of those moments and I think about it, life is better. And if you guys have one of those moments, tell me. I would really like to hear about it, because it's nice to hear from different people's perspectives what exactly, like, makes you happy and what exactly, like, you've experienced. If it was playing a game or maybe just, like, going for a bike ride or those sorts of things, you know what? Tell me. I would really love to hear it. I read all the comments you guys leave me, and I try to reply to most of them. So it's just kind of nice to get to hear it from you guys. I think that's one of the cool things, that I get to play through a game, tell you guys really dumb stories, but in a way, like, you get to tell me stories too, and it's kind of cool. You know, I'm kind of really thankful for that. I'm thankful that we can share those experiences and talk about these things and do all those sorts of stuff. All right, let me see where I'm going. Oh, crap. Wait, what is this? What is this? Am I supposed to make it somewhere? Okay, not a whole lot. Let's jump down then. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Maybe at the end of this there will be like a switch or something? No? Okay. Do we have to make it to the middle, maybe? Maybe make it to the middle? I don't remember what the heck I have to do here. I'm probably having a blonde moment. Oh my gosh, I think I remember now. Wait, Do I have to just kill these things? Oh my gosh, that's what it is. I just have to kill these things. I'm being so dumb. I completely forgot that you can actually kill these things. There's other games where you can't really kill these things. So now I'm just starting to remember, like, derp, this is what you have to do. Honestly, an easier strategy than what I'm doing right now is probably sitting in the middle, waiting for them to go in the holes, kind of like I just did then, and then just letting them fall. Just food for thought there for you guys. I'm just a blonde sometimes, even though I'm brunette, and I do a couple dumb things here and there. I mess up, I miss things. So let's go ahead and go back out. That chest must be the key we're looking for, and this is actually the room that's going to lead us to the boss. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually getting really close to the boss, which is going to be really, really exciting. Wait. I just missed that chest. Crap. I think that might have actually been the key. Okay, let's go back around then. This is fun. I am loving this dungeon. I hope we find some hearts soon, because I don't remember who the boss is. I think I'll remember it once we get going. I'm pretty good at boss fights. I don't normally lose them unless it's actually like a really, really tough boss. And there are a few in this game. I must admit, I have lost a few fights here in this game. So let's hope that you know, I can beat this one in my first shot. I do need to collect a couple more pieces of hearts and things like that. I'll probably begin doing that soon. All right, now that we have the key, let's make our way back around then. And I think we are pretty much ready to take on the boss. I know, it hasn't been that long. It didn't take me that long to do this dungeon. I'm kind of surprised. Sometimes I even surprise myself with how good I do. All right, wait. Okay, yeah, we got to fan ourselves up. Do that. Fan ourselves up. Okay, guys, get ready. I think it's coming to it. Oh, well, I hate these electro things. Really, there's some of them. Oh, my gosh, again. Oh, again? I was getting a heart. You know what? Let's just go inside then and prepare for the second boss fight of this game. Whoa, what is going on here exactly? Let's jump down. Anything? Anything? Hello? What the heck is this? Is that a Beyblade? All right, guys, so I kind of see what we can do. We're going to have to jump up on top of him and then just hit his eye. I think we should have a pretty easy time with this. Let's see what's going on here. I don't really remember. He's growing things. Oh, okay. I think I know what I need to do. If you've ever played Majora's Mask and done the Snow Temple, Snowhead Temple, if you guys remember, like, when you're the Goron and you can, like, punch the big column in the center down, this kind of reminds me of that. All you have to do is punch the big column down, and once we do that, guess what? Here comes Mr. I once again. I don't even know this guy's name. Mr. I is what we're gonna call him. And there we go. He's just growing a bunch of different platforms. I don't know where this dude's spawning these platforms from, but hey, I mean, he's got to have some magical power behind it. Look at this dude. On steroids, going nuts, going hard, going ham. Let me go ahead and just knock him out. Please knock him out. We can do this, guys. I have faith. I believe. I believe in the heart of the cards. I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! I will always believe in the heart of the cards. I do feel that if you put your mind to it, you can definitely draw the card you want. I remember shuffling the deck. I used to play against my friend, and I remember shuffling the deck, and I was like, all right, heart of the cards, I need this one card, and I would draw it. It was insane. I would literally draw it. I would, like, put my faith in the heart of the cards, and I would draw the card that I wanted. Now, I know there's probably some of you who've experienced the same thing, so you know what? There is some belief in the heart of the cards. Maybe it's not even the heart of the cards. Maybe it's just, you know, in your head that you, like, put all this faith behind it that it actually comes true. Because you never know what it could be. With that, guys, we defeated Mr. I, and this was a pretty easy dungeon. Don't expect them all to be this easy. I just kind of lucked out and actually did a pretty awesome job. Thank you, thank you. No credit goes to me for beating this. Yeah, I'm going to take credit for being a decent Zelda player for once. I did decently well. There we go. We're up to 5 hearts, and very, very sweet, guys. If you remember, we're collecting these weird necklace-looking things. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and pick it up. It's blue. Why not? We have obtained the Pendant of Wisdom. Keep your mind sharp. You know, the mind is always sharper than the sword, I like to say. I don't really like to say. I kind of just came up with that there. Well, with that, guys, we've defeated the second dungeon. Next time, we will continue from... I gotta go talk to Ravio and see what he's been doing at my place. From that point on, if you guys have any tips on what's coming up, what I should do, some pieces of hearts, or the next dungeon, let me know. It's going to be a lot of fun, so just give me a heads up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.